Hello, Danny Designs here. Great day here. Thank you for watching everything. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. What the video you're going to watch today that I put together is the video after I brought all the sawmill parts back here to where the trailer and the house is at, putting it all together. It comes partially assembled and stuff, but you got to put some stuff together. The cable system, the lift system, the stoppers, and make sure and service it up with the gas and the oil and stuff. So what you're going to see here is actually after we got it back, I just read the directions and followed that the best I could and put it together. So that's what you're getting ready to see, is just some video of me doing that. Not a real long video, but it's part of the design process you got to go through. It's funny when you order this thing, you're thinking, I'm gonna get this thing out, put it out of the box, put it on the ground, start cutting me some lumber. Well, not quite so fast. But it takes some time, and if you're in a hurry, you're just gonna mess something up anyway. So I took my time, got it put together, and you'll see here on this video just the process. I didn't show where all the monotonous stuff of doing stuff, but you can tell it's a little process. You got to pay attention and have some common sense, and when you're doing the cable system and setting it on there and lining things up and tightening the bolts in the right spot and all that. Okay, well, here we go again. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time, and hopefully you enjoy all the videos. I'm doing the best I can, trying to get better at this thing, and what you're seeing right now is done a year after the video you're seeing. So I'm doing the introduction as I'm putting the videos together. So you might see some things, but behind me or whatever, sometimes of things that are out of order. But I'm showing you the videos in order the best I can when I took them a year ago, and trying to get caught up. So just keep watching. It gets caught up, and there's a lot more interesting things happening. Okay, thank you.
Good morning. It's Tuesday. Last part of Amazon Prime Day. Did a little shop, but didn't buy anything. But that just kind of gives me some bearing of the date. It's Tuesday. Came out this morning, started working on my sawmill. Attached this pulley system up here on the top. Had to loosen up the bolts at the bottom here. When I put this together, I tightened them up a little too tight, so I couldn't get those to line up very well, so I loosened the bottom ones up right here. Let the top arms move a little bit. And then secured that on there. Only fits one way, so you can't mess that up too much. Now I'm putting the cable system in. The instructions are kind of vague. It just says snake the cable through the system, so I guess you got to have some common sense here. But I am following the directions. So put the anchor bolt in right here and all that good stuff, and hopefully get this thing running today. It doesn't get too hot. Clouds are getting ready to go away, so it's going to get hotter. Got that level on there, just double checking it. It's level. Now I just need to, like I talked about earlier, I've got these holes right here. I'm going to dig into the ground right there, pour some more concrete, put some toggle bolts or anchor bolts in there so that it won't move when I bump it. So I'll put 2 on that end, 2 on this end right here. So that just kind of secures it, so when I'm loading the logs on there, if it bumps it, it won't slide. The one thing I have learned about working out on uneven land, like right now, that looks uneven. But you put the level on it, it's level. So just by the terrain and the stuff, the way the other part of the ground moves around, you can't go by eyeballing it. You can mess up. And as long as this, in fact, as long as that railing system right there is level with the saw, when you put the log on there, everything you cut's going to be square. So even if it was really off, as long as the saw was at the same angle when you're cutting, because it will be because of the way it sits on the railing there, it'll be level. All right, gotta get to work. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. Got the cable hooked up there, snaked it down through there. It's just basic, kind of common sense. You go there and it comes up, and there's only one way it can go, over the top and then around the end one right there, and around the front, hooks on that bar. Same thing on this side here. It's like anchored in there. Can only go over under that one. And the instruction said bottom cable goes on the bottom lower one, and then so I put it on the lower one. There we go. All right, on to the next step. I'm sure it's going to be the throttle hookup and all that stuff. But, all right. Alrighty. I installed the handle with the throttle. Need to clear up my workspace. Tripping over some stuff here. One thing you can't get in a hurry, because you got to look through things and make sure everything's kind of in its place. The thing it doesn't come with oil, so you have to oil it. Gas, and here the thing, gas only. It says that 10% ethanol blend is okay, but it says no E85. So just make sure you don't get the E85. Gonna be ready to start this thing here in a little bit. Forgot to tell you that I put the water canister holder on there. That was just an easy one to figure out. Announcer says I gotta check the tension on the blade. I think it's supposed to come already set. So there's a thing down here I'm supposed to check. I know it says to do that, so I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna maybe get some gasoline and put it in, and of course I got to level it. Got to make sure it's level, left to right from the frame. Make sure, because I got to get the tensions correct on the cables, and all that good stuff. So, all right, that's what I guess. You do your trial run. You cut it and make sure your board diameter, or not diameter, but thickness is correct. Thickness from left side to right side, and also with the frame here, if you just measure, put it back on one of these cross beams, because cross beams are level, and then measure up from the cross beam up to the blade, make sure those distances are the same, then be good to go. Alright, on to the next step, which I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to have to tell. I think this is putting the water jug on, or checking the tension. I'll check the tension on the blade, make sure all that stuff is correct, like it says to, and then I'll put the water jug on. Alright, looking good. Might be able to cut something today. Alright, later. Well guys, I want to see I got everything out of it. Attached the handle, got the water jug on there, secured it in place with the bolt, which instructions on that weren't great, but did that. Got the cable tight, got that just set right now, but those are the locks that lock it in place. Got the dogs, or I think the stoppers, and then the dog right there ready to tighten up the log that I'm going to set on there. Alright, I'm going to push the saw back over here, and so I'm going to wait to go get my parents and let them be here when this happens, and go get a log and bring it over and set it right here. But I got to put oil in there because it doesn't come with oil. Got to make sure I got the right gas, which I think I do. It says no 85 gas. It's a 10% ethanol blend is okay, but I think there's ethanol with different E85s and all that, so I got to make sure that I'm doing okay with that. And then I've already opened up the front. Should have showed you that, but I didn't, to make sure the blade is flowing freely and there's no obstructions. Got to get a little grease for the holes, it says, and I think we're going to be dang close. Alright, adios. for now, but I think I got it ready to go. So we'll see. I'm gonna get on that bad boy right there and go get a log, which there's one right over there. It's already cut down, ready to go. This isn't totally secure. Like I said, I'm gonna toggle it down to another concrete slab, but we'll be able to put a log on there and cut it just to make sure everything's okay. I know I'm holding this camera all cockeyed sometimes, but I'm kind of excited right now. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Me and a buddy of mine at work, we've been talking about this for a long time, so I gotta make sure I get it on video a couple different times so I can send it to him. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. All right, gotta go get it to minor things, which are big, gas and oil for the machine, and be back later.